Hey, it's Sunday. We're back to normal scheduling. And it is the Pommy Kickback Show where we review the week in the football world, have a few fun and games, and have a bit of a laugh. And I need a guest. So this one's been a long time coming because we've gone around the YouTube world, whoring ourselves out to others. But like normal, our schedules now fit in because we can get him in on a Sunday. Monday's always been too difficult, but I'm joined by the great man, Blue Abroad, footballing heritage. This is. I've got Terry Degani, fresh off a win. Terry, how you doing?
You timed it perfectly. I'm doing good. I'm happy. Yes, Sean, I'm absolutely ready to put these boys back where they belong.
Yeah, you know what? I've done the opposite of what you do to me. I've brought you in on a win.
True. Well, you saw the state of me last night. So I appreciate you cheering me up. It's good.
Yeah, I've got to say, you and Nick were the most fun I've ever had when I am totally asleep in my chair. And you two were proper panicked. And every time they went inside 50, I could feel you both look at me like it was my fault.
I didn't realize the true extent of how miserable I've become at the football. And you know what? It's kind of like a microcosm of the team. You're Harry O'Farrell. You don't have the scar tissue. You haven't gone to the footy in years. And then you're looking around, you're at the footy, and Nick and I are like miserable, just like waiting, all tensed up. And you're like, the fuck's happening? It's the football. So
I've got to say, that's probably the great, and that's probably why Matt Carroll plays so well. He was me. He was just happy to be there. Yeah. He was just enjoying life and looking around at his Dohertys and Cripps. Like, what's wrong with you, miserable bastards? This is fun.
Yep. It was a good reminder to enjoy the football.
That is true. Terry is not on the show enough. We need to change that. You are spot on because he doesn't have to do anything. I do. But do you know what I mean? Much love, Jen. Hey, tell you what, I hope you don't actually feel like I am the curse. That is weird, isn't it? Yeah, it looks a bit different when I'm on this side, I've got to say. But yeah, well, I mean, I hope you don't think I am the reason we won. Like, honestly, people have said that. Is it Pom's? Wasn't me. I'd love to say it was me, but it wasn't. Like, I haven't got that arrogance.
I mean, all you need to do is show up on Thursday night, and if we win, that'll grow legs very quickly.
Can you know what? It has crossed my mind. Do I do it? And can you imagine what would happen if, like, they win by 40? Like, we absolutely destroy them. and like, I'm going to have to tell Mrs. Pom that I have to travel home and away for Carlton now 24 hours a day. This is my life.
More footy.
She'd hate me. Honestly, she would actually really hate me. Like, might be the end of us. But, Terry, we have some important business to do. What we do here is we basically go through every game one by one. Very simple. We can only move the teams as we talk about them. So the first game, GWS Essendon, we can move GWS up, down, Essendon up, down. Once we've stopped talking about it, we can never touch them again, but they can be affected as we move other teams up and down. This has been going on since week 1 of the preseason. You are looking at the conclusion of round 18 in front of you. This is where they've moved up and down. Real nice and simple. The chat help. Some of them will complain because there is a conspiracy going around that I don't like Brisbane, which is weird. We have got an apology from Uncle Pom tonight when we get to one team that I will sincerely apologise for. But we'll start with my pets. GWS, 48 points against Essendon. Have we learned anything, Terry and chat, about two sides here? Are either of these sides looking worse than we thought or better?
I think the Giant... Oh, I mean, it was the Bombers. Admittedly, I didn't watch the game either. I gave up on it.
Well, I've got to say, we did watch this game, and I don't... Well, my opinion, I thought when you go like 1 goal 7, like Essendon did, I still have the same reservations as the GWS Giants that I think they win on their terms.
Yeah.
And I just think that first half, if Essendon could play football, they could win it. They could have put a bit of pressure on it.
So when you do this exercise, are you taking into account the conversation around, okay, so the Suns are right above the Giants. The Suns played a really good team in the Crows, whereas the Giants played a really poor team in the Bombers. So are you really putting the Giants above the Suns because of that?
To be fair, I'll be honest. There is some Pom bias here that I like. The Giants probably have to cure world poverty for me to give them any credit. But we do look at that. We do look at the comparison. I do agree with Tatum. I don't think GWS really got out of second and third gear, but I do think that Essendon have to be taken into isolation. That's a VFL team, with due respect.
I'm happy to just leave both of them where they are.
See, I'm of the same thing. I don't think we do it. We just have to. It's true. Look, and you know what? Since me bad-mouthing GWS, how weird was it a couple of weeks ago when 2 GWS fans came on this show and abused me? Like, I actually proved they have fans.
You've awoken the sleeping giant, orange giant?
Look, they're everyone's second favourite team, and that just tells me that everyone's wrong.
Yeah, fair.
That's all it is. Well, you know what? I agree with you, Terry. I don't think I can move Essendon down. And honestly, we might move Gold Coast when we come to talk about them. But on this win, I don't think their record's better, in my opinion.
How far up or down can a team be moved? How many spots?
Mate, unlimited. Paul, I gave him a lot of love in Essendon. I mean, it did take everyone dead for him to debut. I mean, let's take that into conspiracy theories. But you can move up unlimited, Terry. We have had, I think, the biggest riser ever, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, was, I'm pretty sure, the Suns in pre-season. We didn't like them, and then they jumped up to like 5th. So I think they were like 12th, and so we have gone quite big. It's getting less and less now. We've got data, and we can talk about it.
Okay.
But I'm happy to move people from 18th to 1st if you want to, if you can make a good enough argument.
All right. So we'll leave these two as they are, I think, for now.
And I think this one was the game of the round. 10-point win, Lions. Lions getting that big win at the Gabatoir, maybe ending the hype train that is the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have had a lot of hype in the last 6 weeks, particularly on this show as well. We have liked the Dogs and what they're doing, but Lions proving they are the premiers for a reason.
I am ready to put the Lions on top, personally.
Well, we did it last week. We did say that after the loss last week for Collingwood, Brisbane and Collingwood now probably a neck and neck week on week. It's a week by week thing. I agree with you. Doggies, are we a little bit worried about their form? Because they haven't got really easy games coming in.
I just feel with the Doggies, they're kind of exactly there. 7th or 8th, like the bottom half of the 8. And I think it's just evening out. I think there was a bit of hype that was building. There was a good month there where it was really building. And I think it's just evening itself out. I imagine by the end of the year, there won't be any higher than 7th, and there won't be any lower than, 7th or 8th. I actually see them like right there. I see them and Hawthorn battling it out.
I agree with you. I think I think that bottom 3 of the 8, 9, 10 is incredibly tight. And Sydney are sniffing. You look at the ladder today, results next week, Sydney could be on the same points as Dogs, and they've come from nowhere. And they're playing well. So I feel like the Dogs are in a bit of strife, but I think based on this, we can keep them where we are. We have got to talk about the Mighty Hawks, and the Mighty Hawks, you just can't beat them in Tasmania. And every time I watch Hawthorn, they just impress me more because I feel like they are They are the consummate momentum team. And the Hawks now have a little bit of momentum. They're starting to play a bit of positivity. There's that cocky swagger appearing, isn't there, as well, from them?
So I watched this game, and like you can make the argument, oh, it was only Port Adelaide. Like, sure. I actually don't even look at the opponent they played. The conditions that they played in and the way that they still used the ball in those conditions was so impressive. I personally would have the Hawks at 6.
You know what? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. And Terry, you've been a Swans man.
I have.
I agree with you. I think the Swans are a problem. I'm looking forward to talk to them. But I agree with you, Terry. I think the Hawks, we've probably been harsh to them. I would say the win against Port, in my opinion, impressed me more than the GWS win against Essendon.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, it was just the ball. It was the way that they moved the ball in the wet, in the wind, like the cleanliness of it all. And I appreciate teams who are able to overcome adversity, and I think they were able to do that. Those conditions were disgusting, and they made it look fine.
Yeah, and I thought towards the end that was similar to the Essendon. I know they had no Rosie, JHF, and players like that. But I will say this, it reminded me a little bit of the GWS Essendon game. I thought they went cruise control.
Yeah.
Cruise control. Are we missing? Oh, we're missing Teresa, aren't we? So she won't get to see there's no Collingwood. But we do talk about the Swannies. The Swannies, they were exceptional. They just keep winning, don't they? I really do like the Swans. We did have True Bloods podcast on here about 6 weeks ago now. And we did talk heavily that their mantra for the rest of the season is ruin someone's finals hopes. Yep. If you do that enough times, round 23, you might be in finals. And they played North, but another win. They do look confident. Errol Goulden and co starting to gain a little bit of synergy, and that's probably the last team you want to face in the next couple of weeks.
Yep, 100% agree. I don't know if I would move them, though, because I think we're in this logjam here now. Like, I wouldn't rate them ahead of the Dockers, who had a great win, and I wouldn't quite put them ahead of the Dogs either. Like I want to reward them, but also I can't find space to move them up.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I think some of the chat agree as well. Like it's next week is going to be the interesting one because a lot of these teams we don't really trust.
Yeah.
You don't know. Like North, 30 points. We did put them bottom last week. And we are going to talk about a team that maybe do it. North, I actually think North are the most disappointing side in the last 6 weeks.
More than Carlton?
Nah, we won a game, Terry.
That's true.
We're so back, baby. Like, we're definitely disappointed in the stand from pre-season. I would totally agree with that. I would say North, though, when you look at the teams that are around them, they're now second bottom officially on the ladder. And they're like 4 years into the rebuild where the Eagles are just starting it and Richmond are just starting it. I think that's a little bit of a If I was a North fan, I'd be deeply concerned that there isn't any massive gap between me and them two sides.
I didn't catch the Eagles game, any of it at all. I didn't see any of the fallout. My gut feel tells me the Eagles should be on the bottom and North should be 17th. But I also didn't watch North play against the Swans.
Mate, it's fair, but you did watch this game. The Carlton Blues in what I like to call the bore-off. Two sides contested. Old school. It's partisan football, we're calling it. Blues getting the job done. 8 points. Probably their best third quarter of what feels like their career history. They get the win. Melbourne, who have been quite high on this ladder. I was quite worried watching this game because I feel like Melbourne have focused on this new game plan. But it's worrying if they can't win at their number one game plan. And I felt Carlton out game planned them.
Hey, man, it's quite simple formula for me. We beat the Saints, we beat the D's, so the Blues have to go to 12th. I mean, fair is fair.
Well, I mean, that's where we are on the ladder, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And Carlton now bottom of the middle tier.
Wow. The
Would that be
climb.
fair?
It's all about the future. This is like the back end of 2019 Teague Ball. Just, you know.
We're just rebuilding. We're just rebuilding. I'm looking forward to talking about the Crows. I know there's a few of you eager. I'm looking forward my picks, but we do talk about them Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles. And this game, right, I stupidly watched it this morning because I was like, I've got to do this show, so I need to get some context. And I've got to say, full credit to Richmond. Richmond enjoyed what they're doing. This was just Richmond doing Richmond things. 58 points from defensive half. Like, I've got to give Uze his props. He has made this side play attacking football when sometimes I think it's bitten him in his arse. But again, did it, destroyed it. Eagles, I was quite worried here because I actually thought this was a game that Eagles had a chance of winning. And I actually think they were horrible. So I think, in fairness, in my opinion, Eagles are worse than North. I know last week we had to punish North. I feel like we have to punish the Eagles there because they were real bad.
I totally agree. I tipped the Eagles. So, yeah. In lieu of that.
I've got to give Uze props, man, honestly. Like, all season, like, we know best. First round, round one. Like, he plays with impetus. He plays with respect. And to be fair, two sides you would have probably had 17th and 18th in your preseason predictions.
Yeah.
40 points away from home. I think it shows the gap of how the rebuilds are going.
If you're a Richmond, I mean, I don't know if there's a Richmond supporter in the chat, but if you're a Richmond supporter, I imagine you're just stoked.
Oh, you got to be, haven't you? Like, we do have a lot of Richmond fans. I don't know if Tiger Time's in. He usually watches it. I know it comments usually the day after. But if you are watching this, put your comments in the comments. But genuinely, like, I remember talking to Tiger Time when he beat us and we had that back and forth with him. He was like expecting 2 wins as a par.
Yeah.
Like, they're well ahead of schedule. And I think it's actually put them in the market to buy players. If I was a young player now.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, they're 4 or 5 wins this year if they can get that. They're 4 ahead of what the media said. I'd quite enjoy that. I'd be like, okay, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. No, they've done well. It's been impressive to watch from the outside.
Hey, they did. They did the Che. They did. They were brilliant. They did. And I agree as well. The experience, I think that's the big difference as well between the Eagles and Richmond. Their experience has 9 times out of 10 performed. And it's the same with North Melbourne versus North Melbourne senior players and Eagles. I think they've been really consistent, which has allowed the kids to have fun. Yeah. The kids haven't got the responsibility yet. So fair play. And I'm sure Langy's in chat. He's going to enjoy about this. Collingwood, we watched this game live. We had a lot of fun watching it. I've got to apologise. Last week, I was mean to Fremantle. So, Damo, if you're watching, Digsby, if you're watching, Diggity, if you're watching, I was incredibly mean to Fremantle. I said, I know they had a winning run, but I still wasn't convinced if they had the backbone to come from behind 3 times in this game. Collingwood do what Collingwood do and then get the jump on them and then hold out at the MCG. Full credit. Absolutely phenomenal. They made me a believer tonight, Fremantle did. I believe.
I'm with you. Going into this game, I pretty much gave them no chance. I was just like, you can't tip against Collingwood at the MCG, especially an interstate team. And I haven't been fully on board with Freo. Am I fully on board with Freo? Maybe. They've got the Eagles next week, so you'd think they get that done. this is the time of the year last year where they fell apart. And I'm tempted to put them at 8th, but I think the Dogs still deserve to be there for at least another week. So great win. Not a good win, a great win, but not ready to lift them ahead of the Dogs just yet.
Really? Because, part of me wants to put them like 6th or 7th.
Oh, so now you're on them, like strictly on them.
Yeah, well, my big question mark was Fremantle, even though they were on that like 5 out of 6 win, right? Even though they were 5 out of 6 win.
Okay.
In context, it was Essendon, St Kilda. They lost away to Sydney, where I thought Sydney were being strong. Sydney, they win at SCG, and I thought that let me down a little bit. But then the Hawks game, I was like, okay, they were at home. Hawks sometimes have them blips. I wasn't really impressed because there was always arguments I could have mentally with myself. This game, I'm like you. I said it was like a 40-point loss. I was so wrong. I was like, Collingwood are going to come in and go, yeah, here's your form book. We're going to be hard. We're going to be hard. We're going to show you what real football is. And I thought the character Fremantle showed. We've no Hayden Young as well. He came on late.
Yeah.
I thought they handled everything the Pies had. And I know Pies had a few outs, but most teams succumb to that. Because they were the better team in the first quarter, Freo, but they just kept coming back. They out Collingwood. I was genuinely impressed.
If we were to say that the Freo goes to 8th and the Doggies go to 9th, is that us saying that if they were play today, that we think Freo would win? Because I still think the Dogs would win that game.
I think that one depends. Like, to me, that would be if it was at Optus, I'd agree. I think they'd win.
Okay.
I think if it was at the Marvel, maybe the Dogs. I think if it was at the G, though, I'd actually back Fremantle win because I thought that was a finals intensity game.
Yeah. And
I thought Fremantle did it. And I mean, Fremantle, they did beat Hawks as well, didn't they? Like, even though I can make as much excuses for Hawthorn and Fremantle in that game. It's at their home, Optus. It should be a fortress if you're a top 4 side. But in context now with the Collingwood game, that super is impressive, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I'm fluid on this one. I might have the Dogs and Freo mixed up, but I'm fluid with whatever we do. Oh, they play each other in round 24. Amazing.
Like, I think, look, I mean, it wouldn't be a Pom show if I totally disrespect GWS.
Yeah, fuck it.
This is brand building. I'm just trying to get GWS's media to come for me. Be great for the brand.
You know they'll buy.
Great for the brand. No one's tried that. Everyone tries to be their best mates. I'm doing it for the brand.
I like it.
You know what I mean? They're doing it for the brand. And then we come to the last game, right? You know what? Everyone's second favourite team on this channel, the Mighty Crows.
Oof.
The Mighty Crows. You know what? The biggest percentage now in the league. And we did talk about this game last week that we were dubious on this. I thought Adelaide, for me, from round 6 to now, the most improved side out of all the sides in the competition. Like, genuinely, their defense, the way they handled the slingshot of Gold Coast, these are a threat. Like, I genuinely think people need to start taking the Crows serious. They are deadly.
So I agree. And I don't know if I get the final say on this. I think the Crows should be in second spot. I know it's controversial. I think they deserve to be there. I think the Pies should be moved down to 3.
You know what? I think there's a great argument, and this isn't my Pom biased. I'd say over 5 weeks they've been the best side in the comp. But
yes.
I think that forward line is mental. Like, I genuinely, part of me wants to have them first. I don't think you can argue with their firepower.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Their firepower. The thing that worries me with this is the same thing we've said about Fremantle. Gold Coast, I think, play sexy football. But the problem is, I think you take away that slingshot. This is the same issue I have with GWS. You take away your slingshot, you're in problems. And
Yep.
I think good teams can stop back half transition. I think what separates good teams from great teams is midfield turnover. I think top four sides should be able to handle their backline movement, and the Crows did this with ease again.
Yeah.
Did this with ease.
I'm a full believer in Adelaide. I think I was early in the season anyway, and then they've just carried it on and continued it. And I'm also very, very disappointed that there aren't enough Collingwood supporters in the chat. Oh, Sean's here. Fantastic.
Sean's a good one as well. Sean's a good
Sean
one.
is a good one. He's a good one.
I'm going to propose something controversial, right?
Yeah.
And I actually think, because no one's talking about it, Gold Coast have slipped down to 8th now. They're the at-risk team.
Yeah.
And I do think, when I look at the two losses, GWS was their last loss before this.
They could be Fremantle from last year. Bit wet behind the ears, didn't know how to finish the season off, lost their last 4, the Dockers.
They have. I mean, Luke wants to kill Hawks. Why are we killing Hawks?
Why?
Don't kill the Hawks. But genuinely, when I just look at it, at this stage of the season, I can make arguments for everyone on the left-hand side to win a flag. Right?
Okay.
Because I think Brisbane, incredibly skillful down the back. Their ball movement, they've got numerous goal kickers. Adelaide, that firepower up front, genuinely terrifying. Collingwood, they're cockroaches. They can live for 6 months without a head or something. Do you know what I mean? They're insane. You've got to kill it. You've got to kill it, and they won't do it. Geelong, masters of experience. Hawthorn, as soon as Ginny does this, you're fucked. Fremantle, they do impress me because they've got some serious running power. They can run you into the ground. Then outside of that, I see massive ways to beat you.
Yeah. I think we might be onto something with the Suns because they've got the Lions next week. So we might be onto something here.
Do you know what I mean? So, and there is a game that we didn't talk about. I've just noticed. St Kilda, Geelong. Geelong got the win. Jake was in the car. Geelong, I fought again with Geelong. And I watched this up to the third quarter and then chat took me through the fourth quarter. So I'm doing this without fourth quarter. But 5-goal start, I did watch Jake's in-game car thing because it's my guilty pleasure. And he said, we concede a 5-goal head start. That's what cost us the game. I think that's everything that makes Geelong fantastic.
Yeah.
They got 5 goals in front and they kept that margin 5 goals from tee to green, which means they're in total control. And that worries me because I feel like Geelong are they are the team that I feel, if you're not playing your best, they will beat anyone in that top 6.
So I think Matt Lang has watched too much Blue Abroad because now he's starting to look at my eyes where they're looking at. He's starting to read the eyebrows too. He knows. No, I don't think it's fair to do it just yet, to put the Cats 3rd and the Pies 4th. But the Cats are just coasting. Yuval.
Big Yuval. You see, you see the middle tier, the 4 teams that could make finals, because I think you can draw a line underneath Sydney. I think Sydney are the dream to be in the final. But Dogs on their day, 100%. But I just feel they are beatable down the back. And I thought the Adelaide game proved everything we needed to talk about. Because that Adelaide game, they absolutely destroyed them in that back half. When that ball went in, it looked like a goal every time they entered Dogs' back half. So that's a problem. GWS, I think if you let them, you're stupid and you let them play their way, you will lose. But I think genius teams stop it. Collingwood, I feel like they're in a blip at the minute. They're in a blip. So I'm not writing them off yet. But Gold Coast, GWS, I feel like everything's got to go right for them to play finals and go deep. The other 6, I feel like, could 50% a game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, man. And I don't feel like Collingwood deserve... I feel like Collingwood, it's recency bias that we've got them third. Like, part of me thinks Adelaide are better than Brisbane, but we'll never know till finals.
Well, we've got still a few weeks to go until the end of the year, so there's some room.
Mate, let's hope. Let's hope. Well, I mean, chat, that is it. You know what? What's up with you? You know what? If there is a bit of time at the end, because we have flown through that quicker than the other talkative people, we might see if there's time for a ladder predictor. We could do that together because you always like that. We always like that. But we have flown through. But, Terry, here we are. So the last 2 weeks, we have phenomenally destroyed all known records of this game. Got the great man, Ollie Walker-Peel, famous Pom. We've got coaches panel, famous old guy, ruling the roost. And this has probably had some of the best moments of this show. We had Swoop Loop stripped naked on this show. No joke. That is a true story. And Pom just sat there going, what the fuck's going on? We've had some big scores here. But Terry, you do spend more time with me than anyone else. So I think the most pressure in the world to be good at this game is you.
All right.
It would be you and Mrs. Pom, I would say, would be under the most pressure in this game.
Bring it
ever.
On.
So what we do is you get a minute, countdown timer. It's like a shit game of charades, right? I will give you clues. Now, at random, you are unlucky because you've got midfielders. So we are looking for midfielders as ranked by the Champions Data. So what Champions Data think are midfielders. Right. So don't think Supercoach, think that. Think Champs Data, think you're a midfielder. So that is quite hard because there is a fucking lot of them.
Oh.
So what I will do, Terry, is I will give you the club name and then I will give you a clue. Right, you've only got to get the surname. Mrs. Pom's just said she's going to be disappointed in you if you don't get more than 5. So she's got real low expectations. I think you can get 10. Right, so you can use chat. Chat are really good at this. Incredibly good. Sean Langy are pretty spot on this. Damien's in there as well. Damien's mental at this as well. So you've got a lot of good people in there.
I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. As in...
Okay, so I'll give you a clue. I'll do it. If it was forwards, we would go, right, Terry, he plays for Geelong. He's their best key forward. Came from GWS.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Fuck it.
So midfielders. Midfielders chat. Ready? You ready, Terry?
Yep.
Okay. Plays for Port Adelaide. He's your favourite player.
Zach Butters.
Yeah. Plays for Geelong. Long blonde hair. Sexy.
Bailey Smith.
Plays for Gold Coast. He's the only midfielder in their midfield that's not Matt Rowell.
Noah Anderson.
Plays for Adelaide. Probably leading the Brownlow at the minute. Their captain.
Jordan Dawson.
Yeah. Plays for Collingwood. Just had 40 touches. Famous dad.
Nick Dacos.
Plays for Hawthorn. Been injured most of the year.
All day.
Plays for Doggies. Probably the best midfielder in the competition.
Bontempelli.
Plays for Fremantle. We should have got him, but we got Adam Chera.
Hayden Young.
No, the other one.
Sarong.
Yes.
No,
plays for Doggies. Their best midfielder on form, ginger hair.
Ed Richards.
Used to play. Yeah. Plays for Brisbane. Was tagged by Chin Cotter.
Zorko. No, McCluggage. Fuck.
Yes! We started, so we finished. Terry's got 11. I told you. You know what? When I saw who was 11th, I was like, I've got the perfect clue. Chin Cotter. He'll remember. We did ratings. I was like, the gods have blessed me. Well done, Terry. Hey, tell you what, look, Terry, look at that chat. You know what? This chat were horrible as well, right? Just so you know, I should have done that clue. The Scottish bag.
Oh, the bag. Yeah. Yeah, I lost that.
Hey, this chat, when a Pom won this award last week, the chat were convinced that there was some Pom shenanigans going. So now you've officially had 2 Australians, right? Take it out. So we say goodbye to Paul and Dylan. They're no longer on the leaderboard.
Oh, wow.
Because we are serious here.
There's no way anyone's getting more than 11. That was.
Look, Terry, you've heard the saying, haven't you? Don't work with children and animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I was working with people with children brains, but I think they are actually animals. So, to be fair, everyone right now below 3rd is a disgrace.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Terry, top of the tree, Terry. Look, you are top of the tree now. I have changed that. There you are, look.
Love that.
Janet, yes, if you go back, it was like 7 episodes ago. Swoop Luke actually swept off naked.
What's the deal with Saints TV? How did he get 6?
Well, I mean, you know, secretly he fucking hates me. Then he said. So we had to be a team game. Like me and Jake as a team working together for the greater good. It was never going to work well, was it?
Damn. All right. That's good. That's good.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Didn't Jake go on a big monologue and go, "Oh, I don't really know the names of players unless the Sainters or we're linked with them." I'm pretty sure he did that. Bollocks. Yeah. We'll never replace Alex Pom-Cotter, and Ashton Moyer wasn't. You can't really make Pom out of Ashton, can you?
No.
The clues were a little bit harder. We had to dumb it down. Though. You got to remember double dummy because some of these people we had were bad. $5 from your Val. Thank you very much. Are we still sacking boss? Yeah. I haven't changed. Look, just because we had 4 points, mate, you don't get any fluff with me. I'm still doing it. But this is the most important one, right? And I set you all a challenge this week. You had homework. So shout out Catch Up Lunchtime Podcast. They were the reigning Premier champions on this. Last week, the coaches panel, an AFL Supercoach specialist channel. His team only scored 701.
Wow.
So, unfortunately, it's another curse of the Supercoach content creators who ever didn't do well. For some reason, if you're a Supercoach content creator, only Damo has done well. So, this is you guys, though. So, shout out Sean Shepherd. He had 830 this week. 830. You would have been 3rd on the leaderboard this week. Shane Massacone, 793. Stephen N, you got 786 with Langy, who's in chat, 783. Double Dummy, 768. The legend that is Tatum's Tantrum, 730. And Jamie Bryant, legend, who got his team in just last minute. He was at a bit of a sacrifice. Because he did it with 3 games gone. So I thought that was quite a good score considering he had about 8 players to choose from. Very, very impressed. Sorry, Sean, I wrote that in a haste while we were on air. So apologies for spelling your name wrong. But as always, mate, absolute legend. Well done. So I have taken a note down and we will definitely sort out a little bit of a prize. We'll do it again this week as well. So there'll be another little bit of a prize that we'll do at the end of season. But Sean, team to beat, 830, mate. Great result. Super proud of you, man. And this is Team Terry. Take us through it, Terry.
Well, I will say, firstly, I don't do Supercoach anymore. But yeah, these guys are this defense. I have both of these guys in my fantasy draft team. Jaden Short, a few weeks back from injury now, and Jasper Fletcher, who is just my guy. We drafted him late, and we just love what we've got from him. So I'm going to go the 2 of them next week. Yeah, I feel like I feel like I got lucky here. Do these teams look very similar week to week?
To be fair, what turns me on is you had Short and Fletcher, and we've seen Short once and Fletcher none at all. And
Okay.
if people remember, Dylan and Lunchtime Podcast went their own way. They were probably the first two to stray from tradition and are currently 1 and 2. So you're on the right money here, Terry.
Okay.
You've thought out the box.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna go the two of them. Dawson, just a pig, and I think he scores better in Supercoach format anyway. And they've got the showdown, and I think he scores very well there. Sheasel, I just trust Sheasel. It's Sheasel on Shabbat. Like Shabbat ends and Sheasel plays Saturday night. Bailey Smith is very much due for a 3-vote game. And I think Jeremy Cameron will probably kick 8 or 9 goals next week as well.
Mate, I like it. And you've brought back Max Gorn. Max Gorn and Grundy getting some late love in this show.
The cream rises to the top. I would say Gorn was not at his best against the Blues, so he'll bounce back.
Mate, hey Terry, I'll back you in because look, I mean, this is the dream. Look, so you'll see here, you've got this is what you got to beat. Ian, Jake did pretty well at this. Jake was leading this at one stage. True Bloods. Dylan came out of the blocks. Common theme. You said something that's been the secret. I don't play Supercoach.
Yeah.
Lunchtime Podcasts, they never played Supercoach. Dylan said he doesn't really play it. Could you be the third? I will laugh because the first show we had was Dog, who is a Supercoach expert. He said 1,000. He said 1,000 he reckoned was attainable.
Okay.
And currently he's 9th all time. So
right. Okay. Well, I'm only looking at top spot right there, 846. So, do I get a captain?
No, it's just general play.
Oof,
no captain.
Okay, fair enough.
Just the score. Just the score. Just the score.
Just trying to win at all costs over here, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Bont will go 160 versus Essendon. Well, double dummy, get him in your team. Yuval, we were supposed to finish 8-12. That was my prediction, though, Yuval. Some people had us top 4. So I've got to go on I have to go on the CEO. Brian Cook, he told me we were top 4. He told me Pom was wrong. So
he did the Carlton kiss of death.
Yeah, so club, I'm happy to put my resume in for the club if they want me to set the targets, because I won't do it. But then we finish with this, the tipping comp, and you'll see here, this is getting absolutely stacked. Coaches panel got 6 this week. He joins the cream of everyone. Everyone always gets 6. Me and Caden, we did the bye weeks. We got 7, hence the asterisks. We haven't had a perfect 9, Terry. We've come close. Dog came close week 1. Navy Blue Corner, he came close. Lunchtime Catch-Up came close. Came close. Then we've had some absolute nightmares from some of our guests. Sweet Luke and Ollie really did bad. This could be the week, though, Terry. This could be the week. Could we have the perfect 9? Borat with the 5 gifted. If Borat gave you a gifted, make sure you give him some love and chat. Get around him. But here we are. Tipping challenge, Terry. 9 on the cards. This could be the week, Terry.
This is the week. This is it.
Carlton Hawthorn. Who are you going in with here?
Hawthorn.
You know what? If Pom's attending, would it change your tip?
Yes, it would.
Okay, well, I'll put a caveat. We'll say that we'll have a word with Mrs. Pom and see our schedule. Look, we'll give you a buy on that one. We'll allow you to change your tip towards the time.
Okay.
Essendon Bulldogs.
This will be the Bulldogs.
Bulldogaroos. There we are. GWS Sydney in the irrelevant derby, as we like to call it.
I'm going to go the Swans. Fuck it.
You know what? It'd be huge. Like,
just to set just to like give the top 8 a bit of a spark, like the whole conversation about it. Yeah. Sydney.
To be fair, the season is at risk of being incredibly boring.
Yep.
If Sydney don't do something.
Yep.
Like Sydney could turn it on its head and make it quite entertaining. Mm-hmm. This one is intriguing. This is probably the most intriguing Brisbane Queensland derby ever.
Brisbane.
Hey, Borat, mate. Look, I think I started there. I sometimes feel like until I met some of you guys in chat, I was the only one who hated GWS. So I feel seen that some of you guys hate GWS. I feel seen because I was on my own. But this one is intriguing. This could be disaster for West Coast because I feel like all they've got left this season is this game.
I don't have the guts to tip them. I'm going to go Fremantle.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in that situation many a time, haven't we? Where your derby game is all you've got. You just want to see something. Just want to see one thing. And
yeah,
it's ominous the way Fremantle are playing. This could be like a 60, 70 point hiding and it's game over, innit?
Yeah. Oh, see, I become like the fantasies kick in with me with tipping. It's why I'm no good because I can just try and make the case for anyone in any given game. But it's Geelong, right?
Yeah, I mean, Kanga TV, shout out Marnie. Her like shorts are getting really like. Got to say they're a guilty pleasure at the minute because that is a girl who's holding it together. Just
can relate. Can relate.
Yeah, I reckon it's harder for Marnie because we've got each other.
True. No, that's very true. Jake's got himself.
Could you imagine doing the Blue Abroad show solo on your own?
No. No, I couldn't.
Could you imagine? I couldn't do it. This is probably the most intriguing showdown because this has got Ken Hinckley leaving party written all over it, hasn't it? But where are you going here?
I think they might get Rosie back and Horn Francis. Who won the last showdown? I think the Crows did.
I think it was the Crows. Yeah, we were live for that. It was the Crows. It was the Crom.
Let me just have a look at the ladder quickly.
Hey, Sean, you are the tipping expert on this because you tried to convince the Lunchtime podcast to go with the favourites and he refused because he said there's always one shock. And he could have had 9. He could have taken out this award.
It won't be this one. I know which one I'll do. This will be Adelaide.
Crows. The Crom are coming. Tigers, Pies.
Pies.
Oh, I thought that was the shock. I thought you were going to say. I was like, can you imagine? Imagine Richmond, the vibes if they got up.
Nah, I'm going to do it for the Saints game. I'm going to tip the Saints.
Oh, no, Terry.
Yeah. Lock of the week.
Oh, no. And the Saints, well, there they are. The Saints. Do you know what I mean? Hey, no, Sean, that's why I specified. I said for this show. I didn't say your tips. I said your tipping advice. Because last time I cursed you, so I didn't do it. Terry, I think you'll do well there. I think you'll do. That feels good.
It feels right. And if Carlton beat Hawthorn and that's what like fucks me, then whatever.
Mate, just have some faith. Have some faith. You know what? Chat, you asked for it. We have got a little bit of time.
Yes.
Like, because we go for an hour. And I know Terry's favourite thing in life is genuinely doing these ladder predictors, right?
Yes.
Like, it's all he cares about. Why does the scribble lagger predictor not? Oh, there we are. There we are. Helps if you press the thing. Why does that not work anymore? Right, here we are. There we are. Right, chat. We'll do this as a three-man exercise. Carlton, Hawthorn, G.
Hawks by 11.
You see, I want to tip Carlton.
Same.
Hey, Double Dummy, do you remember that show? Oh, mate. So this chat literally spent hours concocting Carlton and winning the flag. So they managed to sneak us into 8th, and they completely tricked me into thinking they were taking it serious. So I was like, really proud of you not giving Carlton token wins.
Wait,
proud
you know what? I want to know how this 0.3 becomes a reality.
I'm pretty sure now it's over because Collingwood lost. So my understanding mathematically was as the 8 was when we played, everyone had to keep winning.
Oh.
As long as we won our games, we would sneak in. But because Fremantle now have put that gap, thanks, Freeman.
Fair play. All right. Yeah. Doggies.
Doggies, are we going lots?
Yeah. 52, 54.
Okay, we'll go 53 because you said 52, 54. That's right in the middle. The showground.
Swans by like 1 point.
Ooh. See, look, they are worthy. Look, that's why I tell people in the chat, I know you want Fremantle to win, but you kind of don't. I was like, you kind of don't. You kind of have to cheer Collingwood on. Gold Coast Lions.
Lions by 21.
How much are Fremantle winning this by?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, 50 plus. Oh, no. It'll be like 28.
You know what, Sean? I'm waiting. You know what? I am waiting for Tuesday's show on Footy Abroad and Swoop to say 2 things. We kind of needed these losses because it resets you, but also we stopped Carlton guaranteed to make finals, and I'm going to be like, yeah, fuck off. This could be 500.
Yes, this could be ugly. Oh, I feel for Marnie.
I'm just looking forward to doing her, like, where she puts the scarf on her head and just blinks at the camera. I'm just looking forward to that. It's my new guilty pleasure. That and Jake's fan cams.
Jake
keeping
in the car.
me going.
Yeah.
Here we are, the Crows.
Crows by 9.
Richmond Pies.
Pies by 34.
How much are you having the Saints win?
Right there, 14. The Saints, mate. Jake will be up and about talking about the what's his name? The Viking.
Yeah, talking about Lee Collier and TDK coming in. It's going to be different next year, boys. We're going to be back. I love it. Then we go round 21. This is a blockbuster. This could decide the 8.
Oh, this is at Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Wow. I'll tip the Dogs here by, 10. That'll do.
Look at how tight that top 8 is.
Wow.
Adelaide Hawks at AO.
Yep. Crows again, 8 points.
Melbourne Eagles.
Where is it?
At Docklands. So that's Marvel, innit?
D's by 30.
Can I just say Squibble is way better than the AFL app?
It is. I don't know why I don't use it.
Ooh, this is a big one. We're in... How do you say that? Carrara?
Oh, Carrara. Gold Coast have to win this. It'll be Gold Coast by 21.
Double R's for my accent.
Swans by 37.
What a game at the G. Pies, Lions. This would probably cement home finals for one of these two sides.
I think this will be the first of 3 times that we see these teams play between this exact game and the end of the year. For this one, I'll go Collingwood by 12.
St Kilda North.
This is the week after the Saints play Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
North Melbourne by 12.
That would be the most Saints thing.
Yeah.
Geelong Port at Alphabet Stadium, GMHBA.
Oh, this could be Geelong by 40.
It does have a horrible feeling that Geelong are going to just steamroll their way in. Here we are, Mark Murphy Stadium, Carlton, Fremantle.
The Blues wearing the white, I can see it. Carlton by 3.
Mate, this has got Matt Kennedy from the Boundary for the win. I can see it now. Hawthorn, Collingwood, what a game. This would be... I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Double Dummy, isn't this the game that Will Day is scheduled to be 2,000% fit?
Collingwood by 7.
Geelong get to play Essendon. Yeah, it was Will Day versus Dacos, mate. I cannot wait to see that.
Geelong by 70.
You know what? I do really feel sorry for Essendon. And I don't usually. But it's horrible. Richmond Saints, the Tigers, they've got 5 wins. Could they? Could they?
Saints by 10.
Oh, man.
This is the one that I just think will get the Swans in trouble. I just can't see them beating the Lions over there. So, Lions by 17.
To be fair, it was a ripper at the start of the year when them two played. So, I mean, I'd imagine that would be a good one. This one here, Carlton, we've got, I'm going to give you a narrative, chat. Nothing to play for 2 rounds to go, but you could fuck aside. What motivation do you need in your life as a football team that you can ruin someone's week?
At this point, I think vibes will be high, relatively speaking. So, therefore, Blues by 16.
It does have a Richmond vibe when they lost to them. I'm with you here, where it has a Richmond vibe that they'll come against Carlton, and the last team you want to play when you need 4 points is a team that's willing to make the ball ugly. Because we're not going to come out and play sexy football. We're just going to come out and be rugged. This game here, Jesus, this is the game here where I believe in Fremantle. This is where I'd really believe, because this has got Fremantle fuck it up written all over it.
Yeah. No, I think they'll learn and they'll win this game by 8 points.
Ooh, tell you what, that ladder looks tasty now. GWS North at Manuka, which is a great honey.
Yep. Giants by 32.
Melbourne Dogs, G.
Dogs by 21.
Eagles Adelaide, Optus.
Adelaide by however many it allows you to do.
There we are. Right. Essendon Saints, final round.
So this is when the Bombers play the Suns on the Tuesday, then the Saturday. This will be St Kilda. St Kilda by 27.
Fremantle Lions, Optus, slim chance, top 4.
Lions by 1.
Gold Coast GWS. This is literally a match play game.
Okay, this will be winner goes into finals. Oh, great. I think this is exactly how it'll play out. And How could you tip the Suns? I mean, like, how? I guess you have. Fuck it. Suns by 6.
And Carlton Port. Oh, you are right, Sean. It's 24 rounds, isn't it? Because of the... Yeah, my bad. We've got another
Carlton
week.
Port. Oh, we'll get them this time, I would have thought. Blues by 12.
Jack Silvani's back.
Yeah.
Tells Jason on Francis he's shit. Hawks, Melbourne, MCG.
Hawks by 37.
And, oh, what a game. AO, Collingwood, Adelaide. Look at this. Could be. We are minor premiers, Crows here. This puts them in pole position.
Crows by 10.
Oh, look at that. The Crows. Summit. And then North Melbourne, Richmond. This could be an controversial if Richmond won this. What? This could be game over for North, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I do think North will win this game by 15.
Sydney, Geelong, SCG.
At this point, Sydney are done, right?
They could, their percentage would kill them. They could technically win 2 games in a row, though. But
all right, Geelong by 12.
And Dogs at the Docklands against Eagles.
Yeah, that'll do. Dogs by 60.
Here we are, the 2 games in 5 days. Gold Coast, Essendon.
Suns by 30.
GWS Saints, Sydney Showground.
Giants by 30.
Oh, I'm so excited here.
Docklands,
Adelaide.
Adelaide by 40.
You know what? I might fly up to Adelaide and get on the beers with Grittier and Rodolfo and Mike, if that happens. Minor premiers. Let's go. Dogs, Freo, Docklands.
Oh. You know what? Freo by 1.
Look at how tight 5th to 9th is. Jeez. Collingwood, Melbourne.
Collingwood by 20.
Richmond, Geelong, MCG.
Geelong by 40. Wow, Geelong have a really good draw.
Essendon, Carlton.
That's us. This is Sam Doherty on the back of a convertible, doing a lap of
this. This has got 2 days before, in between Essendon's game with Gold Coast. Sam Doherty go. Like, I've loved it. Thank you very much. MCG Sunday will be my last game for the Blues.
And then we get there. He plays the game. Carlton win by 25. And then he walks to the middle of the ground with a clipboard and a 1-year deal contract and signs it in front of everyone.
Tricked you! That would be ace. I'd love to see that. Here we are, Brisbane Hawks.
Oh, Brisbane by 12.
Port Gold Coast. Gold Coast must win.
Must win, right? I'll give it to them.
Has to win.
Gold Coast by 10.
This is a dream if this is it, because the AFL are going to fuck about with that fixture to make it for TV revenue. If it happens like this. Eagles, Sydney. Can they finish with 2 wins?
Yeah, Sydney by 45.
And there it is. GWS, Sydney, Carlton, St Kilda miss out. Adelaide, Collingwood, Lions. What? You know what that is? That is a tight ladder, man. Tight ladder. And then who would you have? Home, look, qualifying final. Adelaide, Geelong.
Adelaide.
Suns in their debut in finals facing the mighty. That is a dream final.
It is, but they'll lose. they'll lose. Hawthorn will win that game. It'll be Carlton's first finals since however long they got there in 2009. Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Look, Fremantle, Eliminator, Dogs. It'd be at Optus.
Freo.
Collingwood Lions. What a game.
Okay, so Collingwood beat them in that first one. Collingwood will win this one.
Then we've got the semis. What a semi-final.
My
Chris Scott
goodness.
all week crying that he has to play at the MCG against
right.
Hawthorn.
Oh, Geelong.
Lions, Fremantle, Gabba.
Lions.
Oh, please be real. Imagine this as a prelim. Adelaide Lions, Collingwood Geelong. Oh, they are beautiful finals.
Brisbane. Collingwood.
Oh, what a final.
Brisbane. So Collingwood win the first one. Collingwood win the qualifying final. Brisbane win the granny.
Okay, you know what? I'll say this, and look, obviously 2023 would be my favourite, but on paper, I couldn't think of better matchups for week one of finals.
Yeah.
Like, every one of them, you'd want to watch, wouldn't you? Fremantle Dogs really evenly matched. Suns narrative at home. First final. The two best sides in the land, Collingwood Lions. The two outsiders, free scoring Adelaide, Riley Old Dogs Geelong. Like, you'd look, that finals week is like peak football.
It's just so clear to me that the Lions are going to win the flag. Like, they've got a back-to-back story in them. They took so long to get there, and then they got there, and they just didn't let it go. And they'll just do it again.
That honestly, that would be legit. I hope that's the final series, Terry. I hope you're right.
Yep, we can.
That's the first time I've seen you do a ladder predictor that Carlton haven't came home like a steam train.
Well, when I'm not biased to Carlton, when I'm not biased to Carlton, it can be fun.
No, but well done, Terry and chat, for not finding some way to manipulate Carlton steaming home. Get my hopes up. You know what? That would be a really good final series. Like, genuinely. To be fair, even if you swap GWS in that, like, that's a really good final series.
What's the difference there? It would be GWS instead of...
It would have been GWS instead of Hawthorn. But I think because we had GWS beating Hawthorn, it would have been a Hawthorn, Fremantle, GWS. So it would have been GWS versus... It would have been GWS versus Fremantle in the finals and Hawthorn versus the Dogs.
Right.
So that's still good finals.
Mate, love it. Bring it on, I say.
Hey, well, thank you very much. Chat, thank you very much, firstly, for joining us. We love you. I actually think the Lions are pretty good. I feel like no one talks about the Lions. Yeah. I think they're the ugly duckling of the exciting football.
Yep. And they've been forced to evolve with no Joe Danaher, and they've done it.
Yeah, what scares me about them, and no one gives them any love for it, is I don't think there's any team that can kick goals like they can kick. They can kick goals on every line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Adelaide are obviously the big three, but like Lions, they can kick them goals from midfield, which no other team can. Scary. But Terry, more importantly, chat, I'm sure 90% of the Carlton fans in this chat are subscribed. But if you are many of the opposition fans that we've got in here, I can see Hawthorn fans, Sydney fans, Pies fans, Adelaide fans, you're lurking too. Make sure you go and give Terry some support on Blue Abroad. I know it is a Carlton focus channel, but there is some things for you guys to enjoy. Fan cams when Carlton lose is probably a guilty wank.
Can you imagine?
I look at your channels when you lose and I enjoy it, so I'm sure it works the same for opposition. But Terry, what have you got going on this week? You've got loads going on, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a short week, so it's a crammed week. Got the ratings with you tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Into the BA show Tuesday night. Get the preview out for Thursday night. We've got Footy Abroad. Also pre-record the biased footy show with Ari. Wednesday night teams. And then Thursday night, we've got the game. Game day stream will be back midday, fan cams at night, and then probably we'll be up until 3 a.m. Friday morning because it might get ugly Thursday night, but we'll see.
You know what was weird is the 2-hour stream for we winning, Terry.
Yeah, I was exhausted, man. Like weirdly more exhausted. I feel like I'm needed more in a loss than a win. Does that make sense?
No, mate. Yeah, I thought it was weird, Terry. Just the 2 hours you won. I was expecting like an 8-hour stream.
Yeah. No, it was 2 hours was done. Oh yeah, that's right, Matt. I've got a team signed Guernsey, 2025 team signed Guernsey to give away as well. The next Carlton win, we give it away.
When is it? 20
this year. 2025 team
I
signed Guernsey.
2017. I was like, fucking why are you punishing the fans? Like, why are you making us relive them years, mate?
Yeah, I got to get rid of it before the season ends and everyone remembers they hate the 2025 team.
You know what? I love it. Well, Terry, thank you very much. Shout out from that 2017-18 team. I do believe yesterday Aaron Mullet kicked his 100th career goal of all time.
I did think of you when I saw that.
Proper man, Aaron Mullet. Like, do you know what I mean? These pretenders, give me Mullet. Well, chat, what have we got this week? We've got loads. So tomorrow night, I've got the ratings on Blue Abroad. Tuesday, Footy Abroad. Then we're going straight into team selection with the boys. So you're going to have loads of night. There is a podcast I'm on tomorrow that I'm recording late at night. So I'll announce that when he announces it. And then we've got a recap of the Victoria Metro versus the Country game. We're deep diving into Mr. Harry Dean and who Harry Dean plays like and what he could be. We've got a mock draft. And there is something else I've forgotten. But we will be live for the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday games. Stay tuned for that. There'll be loads in there. Make sure you like and subscribe on the way out. Much love to everyone. And I'll see you all tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone.